Hey guys, this is Eddie from EddieForLife. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most important techniques and skills, one of the most powerful techniques in the world of negotiating and communicating. Whether it's with your girlfriend or wife, whether it's with your boyfriend or husband, whether it's with your kids or your parents, we're always in a negotiation. And as long as we are communicating, the negotiation is continuing. Now, before we get into that, let's just go and hit that bell. Boom! So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I consider maybe to be the most powerful technique in order to bring our negotiation and communication skills to the highest level. Now, just as a little bit of background, I've been teaching and coaching people for years already in negotiation skills and communication skills, personal communication as well as business negotiation. And both of them go hand in hand because negotiation is basically communication. As long as we're communicating, the two sides are talking, then we're negotiating. The moment the communication channels get broken off, end of negotiations. So, we learned a long time ago, and these techniques are used by many different industries, especially the security industries, whether government industries or private industries around the world, as well as the mental health industries, the hotlines for suicide, people who are in distress. And one thing that everybody has learned already, and that is to have the other side talking as much as possible. Have the other side talking in negotiations. That is the most important thing, because by then you'll be able to pick up information that maybe the other side is not aware that they're giving to you. Now, the same thing applies in general communication, but I'm not talking today specifically about business negotiation, which everybody talks about. I want to bring this into the home. I want to bring these skills into the personal level. And the most important skill that I'm going to be teaching you today is labeling. What is labeling? Labeling is basically putting a label on the other side's feelings or what they said or what they're thinking. I'm going to say that again. It's putting a label on what the other side is feeling or thinking or saying, and doing it in a way which will sound a little bit impartial so that they will not become offended, and it will draw the other side out to start talking. Now, I want to give you one scenario which everybody knows, and that's like your boyfriend or husband, your girlfriend or wife. They came home from a terrible day at work, and they're pissed off, and you see that they're pissed off. Most of us, when the other side comes in and they're pissed off and you see that they're pissed off, we want to try to make things right for them. So we're going to go over and say, "Hey, honey, what's going on? I see you had a bad day." Now, how's your wife or girlfriend going to answer? "Of course, you dick. Of course I had a bad day. Can't you see?" Or something like that. Basically, though, we want to take this scenario, and we want to diffuse it. And how do you do that? Because if I try to smooth things over, it just makes the other person angrier or more resentful. I'll give you another example. Let's say we went for dinner, and your mother spoke to your husband in a very disrespectful way, and he got offended. He didn't say anything, but he came home and he's burning up with anger. And you can see it. It's written all over his face, but he doesn't say anything. Now you want to smooth things over. You want him to feel better. So, you try to say, "Hey, honey, you shouldn't take it so seriously. My mom speaks like this to everybody." That's just going to piss him off even more. You can't smooth things over like that. When a person is offended, there's one thing that they want, and that's to be seen and to be heard. To be seen and to be heard. So we're going to use the labeling technique. If my wife is pissed off, I'm going to find the right moment. I'm going to sit beside her calmly, quietly, and not, straight on, but like a little bit to the side. And after a moment, I'm going to say in my calmest and lowest voice, "Hey, babe, seems like you're really offended from what my mom said to you." And I'll leave it at there. I'll shut up. Or, you say to your husband after he comes from work, "Honey, seems like you had a really tough day today." And that's it. You don't say anything. You don't continue talking to smooth things over. No, you shut up and you let the other side start talking, and you shut up even when it's uncomfortable. And when it gets really uncomfortable, you shut up even more. And you shut up until the other side starts talking. Because that's the only technique, or the most powerful technique, to draw them out and to have them start talking. And once they do that, you listen. And you listen with empathy. So, labeling. There's lots more techniques. And these techniques come from all places and all kinds of industries around the world. And I'm going to get into that in other videos. But right now, just to recap. Labeling may be the most powerful tool to bring your communication and negotiation skills to the next level. And that's by just putting a label on what the other side is thinking or saying or feeling. It doesn't mean you agree with them. And you say it in an impartial way. You don't say, "It sounds to me like you are." No. Seems like what I said really offended you. Seems like you're hurt. Sounds like you're really angry. Sounds like, seems like, feels like. Those are the sentences that you start to use. And you do that in many occasions to bring the other side to start talking. And the more they talk, the better it is. So, if you found value in this important tip, then you know what? Maybe hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and then maybe hit the bell so you'll be notified of future videos. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And even more than that, I'd love to hear your comments. How do you deal with explosive situations in business, with your boss, with co-workers? How do you deal with explosive situations at home in your personal life? So, thank you for watching. Eddie from EddieForLife, and I'll see you on my future videos. You guys stay safe until then. Bye-bye for now.